Hey guys, Stephen Tony here, and I am back with a new video. And for this one, I decided to go for something totally different. I've noticed not too many YouTubers have discussed this show, so I figured I would try something unique and give a slight talk about it. And that is the British series Doctor Who. Now, I'm more of a fan of the classic stuff, the stuff that my parents watched when they were dating back in the, mid 70s and when they were first married in the 80s. I do have quite a few episodes series here on DVD, so I won't go into too much on them. Like just for the sake of time, and interest. But now I'm not normally a science fiction guy. I do like some sci-fi fantasy stuff here and there, but generally I'm not into pure on science fiction. But like I said, my parents watched it and recommended I check it out when I could, and I ended up liking it, and I have quite a few episodes. Now I'll start off by saying that I don't have any episodes featuring the First Doctor, Fifth Doctor, Sixth Doctor, and Seventh Doctor. I was not really interested in those. I did watch some clips of them during the 50th anniversary of the show, but those particular doctors never fascinated me. And my main favorites of the classic era are Doctors 2, 3, and 4. And to start off with, the first DVD I have is the premiere series for Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, Doctor Who, Power of the Daleks. This six-parter, I believe, doesn't exist in its entirety. Unfortunately, any physical episodes I know are no longer in existence, but during the show's heyday, a lot of fans would actually tape or record the audio. I'm not sure of the exact purpose for that. I know it was for, just, fan interest mainly at the time. But the audio ended up being saved thanks to these fans. And they ended up doing animation around all of the dialogue and what effects could be, heard in the background. And this, I believe, was the first fully animated one, as no episodes of yet have been found of this one. But it's, Troughton's debut as the Doctor. I actually saw this on a BBC America when it first premiered. I'm into this format then, and it's not bad actually. It's it's not a bad at all start for Troughton. He hasn't really gotten into the groove of who his character would eventually become, but he's still quite good in the in the part. The story itself is very interesting, and it is actually a pretty good debut for him. Okay, now that's one I haven't seen yet. The Underwater Menace. I used to own a DVD. It was Lost Doctor Who, the Patrick Troughton era, and they basically compiled episodes from serials that still existed of his, but weren't in their entirety. And this was one of the episodes, actually. And then the studio people got the okay to do some animation around the audio that was recorded by fans. This is a 4-parter, I believe. And I believe episodes 1 and 4 still exist, or like episodes 1 and 3 still exist. So they animated episode 2 and I believe episode 4. 4, although apparently episode 4 has like a 4-minute recording survival visual, although I can't be fully certain of it yet, mainly because I haven't seen it yet. But it takes place obviously under the ocean, like what these gillmen type creatures, again, haven't watched it, but am curious to see it eventually. It does look cool. Okay, and the next one I have is actually the first ever Doctor Who I ever saw, and that is Tomb of the Cybermen. This was not their first appearance. They did appear in the first Doctor, William Hartnell's final appearance. But this is the first appearance of them with their iconic look. Their more proper look. I did see a clip of them from the Hartnell episodes, and those were pretty bad. Unfortunately, I have to say, it did work to a certain extent, but I was not totally convinced. Here's the classic looks, the good stuff, if you will. And I just I enjoyed the hell out of this one. It is super fun. It's cheesy in bits, but it works very well. There's quite a bit of Egyptology references in the episode, because the guys who find the Cybermen are essentially archaeologists. They're looking for these for the Cybermen the way the guys in the 20s and 30s were trying to find the Egyptian tombs. In fact, there's a short little documentary on here that is co-narrated, that's co-interviewed with let's see if he's here. With Sir Christopher Frayling, who for the spaghetti western aficionados is the biographer of Sergio Leone. He also does ancient history stuff, and the interview in here with him is actually quite interesting. It was actually quite cool I'm hearing him talk about something like, other than the westerns, although his insight's very fascinating on the subject. So yeah, so that's that one there. Okay, and next up is another favorite. This is the Ice Warriors. These were actually pretty cool villains for an early outing of the show. Oops, excuse me. And basically, and it's a sort of a similar archaeological thing, except it's in the future, and these creatures were found in ice out in the Antarctic. But unfortunately, their spaceship is powered by atomic energy, and since it looks like their ship might blow up if it tries to take off, there's that's your whole thing of trying to keep the radiation from happening. This is another that unfortunately I think it was 2 to 3 episodes didn't exist anymore. This is actually one where the majority of the 6 to 8 parters still exists. Only 1 or 2 or even 3 were missing. Now, the animation on this one is actually pretty good. The power of the Daleks was okay, but this actually had pretty good animation. It kept to the movements of the actors and actresses, in the already existing episodes. So I was quite pleased with it. And also appearing in this episode is Peter Sallis, who was, for anyone from the 80s onward, was the voice of Wallace in the Wallace and Gromit shorts, and he was also, for any British comedy fans, he was a series regular for Last of the Summer Wine, from the show's start in the 70s to its ending in the early to mid 2010s, I think. So yeah, it's a pretty good episode. It's nicely done. Very engaging story, and I like it a lot. So yeah. Okay, and next is actually a serial that was found in its entirety. It's one of the few lost serials that was found totally in its entirety, and that is Enemy of the World. Now in this, Troughton plays 2 characters. He plays the Doctor, of course, and he plays this dictator who somehow managed to migrate from Mexico to Australia, and is now and now runs the country of Australia with that's Iron Fist. Fist, and he's also made certain people think that there's been, an atomic war, and he's like playing both sides here. It's a good episode, again, like not as interesting as some, but it's still good. Like it's still enjoyable. And Troughton's as excellent a villain as he is as like the Doctor. And the sequences where where the two finally meet is quite well done actually for a shot on on tape TV from the 60s. So yeah, I would recommend this one. Okay, and the final Troughton one I have is is one again is one I haven't watched, and that's Web of Fear. I think this one was also found in its entirety, so I didn't have to, film any animated sequences to it. And this episode, I know, marks the first appearance of the Doctor's 1AIDS unit, led initially by Lethbridge Stewart. I believe the Doctor's first having them deal with a group of Yetis or abominable snowmen, or however you want to call them. So yeah, still have to watch it, but I am looking forward to it. Okay, now a few of the other Troughton ones have been long enough print, so I don't have too many other of his, but the ones I do have are good. Okay, and now on to the Jon Pertwee era. Now, Jon Pertwee is actually the Doctor my parents saw the most of, I think. I don't think that they saw every one he did, but they did see a lot of his serials when they were, dating. And here's Pertwee's first one, and the only pre-90s 2000s Doctor Who to actually be filmed on film stock, and it looks great, honestly. Everything's quite vibrant, quite colorful, and in this Doctor's back to aliens and invading Earth in the form of Storm Mannequin dummies, which I know sounds silly, but it does work. And of course, it's the first appearance of UNIT as a series of regulars. As now the Doctor is earthbound for all of his meddlings in the past. Past, but it's still interesting and fun. fun. I enjoyed this one. It's again, good story, good character. There's you know and just all around interesting. Okay, and the next Pertwee I have now, I don't have all of his again. I only have a small amount of his, because his dealt more with because his got more into environmental activism, which I'm not against in any way, but it got a bit too real, you know what I mean. I always thought the Doctor should be more in the fantasy realm. So but here is the first Doctor Who special, the 3 Doctors, and the only entry I own with the first one, Hartnell, who appears more sporadically. Unfortunately, his health was really bad at the time, but he was lucid enough to film a good chunk of scenes. So and this one's quite unique for the banner between Pertwee and Troughton. And Troughton's first time as the Doctor in color, which was cool. Same with Hartnell. So and here this despotic alien king, who's been trapped on the dust-like world, again tries invading Earth, because he's sick of being stuck where he is, and is trying to get out, and it takes all 3 of the Doctor's incarnates to figure out a plan to stop him. He's that dangerous. It takes 3 of them to do it. So but it's fun. Again, totally fun. Really enjoyable. Drags a bit, in episode 3, but overall, it keeps you interested, and entertained. Yeah, totally worth checking out. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the Pertwee adventures with the Master. I should honestly start upgrading to the Blu-rays, to save space with these. So, but the next Pertwee I have is the Time Warrior, and this marked the first appearance of the classic Doctor Who companion, Sarah Jane Smith. Smith, probably his most famous companion. And this I was ultra curious to see, because it has the Doctor going for the first time since the Troughton days, really, to head back to the past, and he goes to the Middle ages, in the guise of like lords and ladies. Thus, Alien manages to crash land on Earth, in the time period, and and he is totally aghast by the people. He's totally uninvested in them, and ends up trying to keep them out of his way by handing them out guns. So now the doctor has to stop them, because if they learn about gunpowder, gunpowder too quickly, they'll be headed for ages that they aren't they aren't nearly ready to handle yet. This I really enjoyed. The few Predators I do have, I think that one's actually my favorite one. I like mainly for it being set in the in the in the Middle Ages. I love that period of history. I love it, ancient history. So yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I really dug the villain. I don't think they brought back his species of alien enough. So yeah, really a fun entry here. Okay, and the final perch one I own is a invasion of the dinosaurs. Now, this one does deal in the environmental stuff. Pertwee liked including in his his adventures. And this one actually does it in a way that's not overkill. It's presented in a way that you get it, and it's not, done too much. Is probably the best way I want to say it. And the dinosaurs that do appear in here aren't bad, actually. They aren't Ray Harryhausen quality, but for the 70s and for the budget that the BBC was giving the shows, creators and writers and such, it's not bad at all. And the story's great. This, a group of people is, sick and tired of how crazy the world's gotten, and they plan to send the entire Earth back into the back into the Stone Age period, and start all over again. And of course the Doctor and and Sarah Jane have to utilize the ingenuity and cunning to save the day. you know, and and it's quite good. It's a really good. I like watch. Um, didn't think I would like it at first, but I ended up enjoying it like a whole lot. A worth like while entry for sure. Okay, and now on to my favorite of the classic era doctors, Tom Baker. I actually had his debut adventure originally Roba bought, but I ended up selling it. When we were like moving um, from Philly to New Jersey. And I actually thought it was so. He had a good Tom Baker had a good opening scene, but it kind of drifted to me. At that point, but here's his good solid starter for me. Revenge of the Cybermen. Now the Cybermen hadn't been seen at all in the Pertwee era, I think, for budgetary issues, and that was their only appearance in the Baker era, and it's it's quite a good adventure. It's set in entirely on this space station. And it's got plot twists galore. The Cybermen are trying to take over this space station, and you don't know if this one guy is actually trying to help them, or if he's working for the good guys. It's a really well done adventure, and it's set almost entirely on this space station, so you'll have this almost play style atmosphere, because all happening in one specific place. Place. A solid, a solid episode. Definitely worth checking out. And the next episode, I have Baker's Terror of the Zygons. This was the final appearance of Lethbridge, Stewart, and Unit, as aides to the Doctor at the time. As afterwards, he went back to space totally at this point, and was traveling around again. But Unit does go out with a bang. These aliens are seen trying to take over the moors in Scotland, and it actually has Tom Baker in a kilt, as he did live in Scotland for a few years prior to being an actor. So yeah, it's good. It's your basic aliens trying to take over the Earth ploy, but like again, it's really well made, and it actually has an invasion of the body snatchers feel to it, because these aliens are kidnapping people, and some are managing to make clone skins to to put on themselves. Very clever storyline. And actually had a little of a historical foreshadowing in Lethbridge Stewart gets a call from a female from a female a prime minister about I would say a few years prior to the first one ever being elected in the UK. So like that's cool. Anyone who's seen the James Bond film for your eyes only, you'll know exactly what I'm referring to. Great episode. Totally check it out. Okay, and next from Tom Baker is not long after Sarah Jane Smith had to leave him. He gets a new companion in Leela, and ends up on in a primeval like world in the face of evil. This one I really enjoyed from Tom Baker, as it was the first one of his I actually watched. Someone uploaded, I think, the first 2 episodes in parts, so I did watch some of it at the time. I ended up having to ask for the I ended up getting the a whole set for my one birthday, actually, because I hadn't seen the final episode yet of this one. So but yeah, like it's it's like it's really good. The doctor finds out that somehow a glitch ended up sending his conscious into this computer, and now the primitive tribe on this planet thinks he's a god, and he has to unfortunately put a stopper to it. Like you go to it, again, fun, mixes, adventure, thrills with the, tribe, and the doctors, unusual, sci-fi tricks, and the first mention I got, in in a Baker episode about jelly babies, which is classic Baker doctor. definitely check it out. It's a cool episode. And I have the direct sequel. To that the Robots of Death. This is my favorite Tom Baker one because it's a mashup of Doctor Who and Agatha Christie. It's basically the play version of And Then There Were None in Space. These futuristic miners in their one machine are slowly being killed off one by one by their robot servants who are being reprogrammed to kill. And this is just a really well-paced, really well-done story. You don't know who the killer is, or who's reprogramming the robots until the near finale of episode 3 and episode 4. And it's just really well done. A lot of twists and turns in it. It's really good. 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 And it it has a little, and that has slight touches of the writer Isaac Asimov in it, because it mentions his rules of robotics. Really good stuff. A must watch. Okay, and my other favorite Tom Baker one, the Silence of Wang Chiang. I like here he's dressed like Holmes, and he's investigating this Chinese mystic who's being aided by aliens who have something to do with artifacts in a British museum in the 19th century London. And for a totally set period piece, it's it's quite good, and it's quite faithful to the era. It's a 6-episode one. It's a little too long at times, I think, but the story payoff is well worth it. At the end. I haven't seen this one in years, but it's like it is really good, and totally worth watching. Tom Baker, dressed as Holmes is totally worth the viewing. So definitely check it out. And the final and my sorry guys, stupid tripod there. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it now. Hold on. Okay, and my final Tom Baker one, and also the end of my Doctor Who collection is The Creature from the Pit. Now this is the only one I have that features his companion Roma Mana, and of course, like, K9 as well. And this is actually quite an underrated one. I know people have issues with this episode serial, because the monster in it is shaped very much like a human anatomy part that you can't, mention in mixed company. And honestly, I get why people think why it looks like it. I mean, it does a bit, like, to a degree. But I had no problems with it. I didn't find it a distraction at all. And the episode's actually quite good because it's actually a poke at a consumerism in a way, because this, like, because the evil queen here, she has this, like, monopoly on something, and she uses the creature to keep the public in line to a certain degree, and I actually thought it was quite well made. Actually, I liked the story. I liked. Oh, excuse me. I liked the story. I liked the villain, and I really loved how the Doctor solves solves everything in the end. And so yeah, and that'll and that's it for my Doctor Who collection. I hope you all enjoyed this. I thought it was something different and fun to showcase. I may at some point upgrade my classics to the Blu-ray sets. I know they've done them for John Pertwee and Tom Baker. I'm not sure if they'll do it for Troughton's Doctor. I know they did do one for Hartnell's Doctor, so I'm hoping at some point trying to get that treatment too. I mean, I may upgrade. I may not. I'm not sure yet, unless the price goes down really good. Good. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to and haven't yet. I'm gonna press the like button, please. And if you want to share like your favorite Doctor Who stuff, please let me know in the comments. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.